Good evening, everybody. Time for another review. I'm going to do a wheat beer today. It's from the French-speaking part of Belgium, and it's called Blanche De Namur, which is brewed by the Bocq brewery, or Brasserie de Bocq, and they're the same people that make Gauloise. Now, I've already done one Gauloise review, and I've got another one to do as well. In fact, I have. For that reason only, I'm using the Gauloise glass today, because we're the same people. It's like I say, it's a wheat beer, which is obviously re-fermented in the bottle, so it's a naturally cloudy beer, and no pressure or anything. But in 2009, it won World's Best Wheat Beer at the World Beer Awards. So we shall see. Serving temperature 5 degrees centigrade. Recommended, obviously nice and chilled, but this is more like 9 or 10, something like that, because it's maybe a bit cooler, maybe sort of 7 or 8. More like cellar temperature, but a bit cooler. So I might find that this isn't cold enough. But yeah, just a plain white bottle cup that says Brasserie de Bocq on. There you go. Righty ho. Smells very wheaty. Strange enough. Right. So sediment and everything, the whole lot's going in. Here we go. 4.5% on the ABV, so it's a nice drinkable strength. If I'm not careful, I'm going to get a massive head here. So, on the beer, don't laugh. Misses, thank you. Put that there. Yep, as you can see, cloudy, straw yellow. You can't really see through it, it's completely cloudy. Although there's a stream of bubbles coming up through the middle, but I don't think you'll be able to see that very well. Quite a small head. I mean, I was a little bit careful on the pour, but still, it's quite a small head. After all that, it's going to disappear quite quickly. It's quite soapy, it's not very tight, it's fairly big bubbles. Like I say, nice straw yellow. Looks like a nice smooth wheat beer. Nice and cloudy. I'll get more of the smell as I go down, I think, because there's not that much room to agitate it. You definitely get that strawy, wheaty smell. It's commonplace in wheat beer. It's got a mouthful of head then. There's almost a sweet floral sort of smell to it as well. Smells quite nice. It's about all for the time being because the head's in the way. So cheers, folks. Imagine Hoegaarden, but a lot nicer. I'm getting. Sometimes I start with the aftertaste in the description because that's the thing that hits me first. Figure that one out. But you get a nice, twangy, hoppy, fairly hoppy, citrusy aftertaste there. It's quite dry. It's very nice. Quite an acidic tasting beer, which is quite good because quite often you find with wheat beers that just taste of smooth wheat and like a background sweetness and not really much else. But this is really, really good. You do get sweetness. It's a medium bodied beer, I would say, medium to light in the mouth. Carbonation and a bit of that sharp bite is the first thing you get, really. Carbonation on the end of your tongue, that is quite carbonated. Maybe that's a criticism, I'm a little bit too carbonated for my liking. Perhaps could have been a bit colder as well. But nice floral sweetness straight around. You get the carbonation straight away, then a nice floral sweetness that circulates your mouth and that typical wheat smell, which is hard to describe unless you have a wheat beer, but if you know what wheat beers are like, you'll know what I'm talking about. And it's the wheatness is smooth, but because of that carbonation it sort of hinders it a little bit. It's nice and easy going. It's not a strong flavour, which is, you don't want a strong flavour with a wheat beer, to be honest. They're supposed to be nice and refreshing, and this is definitely refreshing. Even now I can feel like a nice smooth sweetness in my mouth. Then obviously it gives way to that citrusy, twangy aftertaste, which doesn't hang around very long either. Nothing really lingers about this beer, but you don't want an overpoweringly tasty wheat beer is what I'm saying, which is good. Let's have another. That head's disappeared really quickly. German wheat beers, the Billow. Bit of a malty smell that time, like a typical malty beer smell. It's a good one, isn't it? It smells of beer. Ooh. I tried to suppress that burp, that was a big mistake. That was really fizzy in the old nose there. Oh, that hurt. Back with you. Floral and fruity. But more fruity, I would say, on the smell. Pineapple, grapefruit, citrus sort of smell to it there. It's really quite nice. Balanced with that aromatic hoppy smell. It's a really nice bouquet. Because wheat beers don't tend to be that strong, so they're quite samey, I think. I find it very hard to review wheat beers because I can't really tell much between them. Perhaps because I don't drink a lot of them. But I mean, there's obviously Hoegaarden everybody's had, which is nice enough. And we've got one or two good German ones as well. Yeah, easy going. And as you drink it down, the sweetness sort of dissipates and you get more of a dry bitterness to it in the aftertaste. It's not a very astringent finish, so you can feel your mouth drying out a little bit. But there's no dark smell or anything like that. It's just all light and fruity. If anybody, I suppose I could look it up, but if anybody knows what Blanche De Namur means, then let me know. Obviously Blanche is white, and Namur might be the name of the place it's made, because it means Blanche of Namur, white of Namur, whatever that is. But obviously all the sediment's in there. You know, there's the last little bit going in there. You can see it dripping down the side of the glass there, lovely. But yeah, obviously re-fermented in the bottle. It's only 4.5%, like I say. Yeah, it's a nice wheat beer, or white beer. I'm regretting not serving it a little bit colder, like I say. But other than that, it's fantastic for a wheat beer. Yeah, suitably refreshing. Blanche De Namur. Bye bye.